Paxton is not a snub. She's just one of those women who has a hard time breaking the ice.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Well, she took one look at me and immediately decided that she didn't like me. I could tell, you know. But then, of course, how could you tell? You were so busy flirting with Mrs. Seward.
What do you mean flirting? I wasn't flirting.
I'm only kidding. What's the idea, by the way, that they separated us at dinner? I think that was a really dirty trick.
Well, they do that in society dinner parties. They separate the husbands and wives. You know, it sparks the conversation.
Oh, yeah? Well, if they do that all the time in New York, I could never live here.
No, they don't do it all the time. Wow. Look at that view. Doesn't it give you the shivers?
I'll tell you what gives me the shivers is the air conditioning. You think you could turn it down a little?
Now, come on. We're going to go to bed in a second. Now, come on. Take a look at the most beautiful skyline in the world.
If I have to. Well, I don't know. I think Monticello looks just as good for Marco's back.
Now, you are bound and determined not to like the city, aren't you?
I haven't even seen this city. Draper have been in the hotel room almost all day.
That's not my fault. Look, I told you to go out today. Take a walk, do some shopping, get on Fifth Avenue, see something of the place.
I know you did, and I thought about it. But I just didn't want to go alone.
There's nothing about that I could do. I had to see Mr. Seward today, visit the offices, see his associates, and I am exhausted. I don't even think I can crawl into the bedroom.
Okay, well, why don't you go get ready for bed? I'm going to call home first.
Hey, what do you mean, call home? Don't call home. There's nobody there. We're here, remember?
I know, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
Figure out how to call Monticello from New York. Yes, operator. I'd like to make a long-distance call. Could you please give me an outside line? Okay, and dial 1 first? All right, thank you.
Hello?
Hello, Margot, it's April.
April, darling, where are you calling from, New York?
Of course, I'm calling from the Big Apple. Although, frankly, I feel like a little worm.
Why, darling, what's wrong?
Well, I don't know. This place is just so big. It makes me feel so insignificant. And Draper, well, Draper acts like he's lived here all his life.
Well, of course, he did live there when he was little with his father. But, darling, please tell me what's been happening. I've been dying to hear. I've been so nervous all day. I'm so glad you called to tell me.
Well, I don't know where to start. Let me see. Everyone's been really nice to us here. We have been treated like visiting royalty. There was a limousine waiting for us at the airport. We are staying in a very fancy schmancy hotel with a fantastic view. Well, I don't think it's any better than Monticello from your penthouse.
Darling, please tell me about the job offer. I mean, that was the purpose of the visit, wasn't it?
Yeah, okay. I guess they wanted to look Draper over, and they wanted to look me over, too. But I don't know what kind of an impression Draper's made, but if his getting the job depends on what they think of me, I don't think I have anything to worry about.
What do you mean?
Well, I wasn't exactly scintillating at dinner. It was in the hotel here. We had a private dining room. There were about 10 of us. There would have been more, except one of their partners, Mr. Henson, is in the hospital.
Dave Henson? Oh, he's the one I told you about, the one that used to handle my affairs. Oh, poor Dave. What hospital did they say?
Oh, I heard someone say something about the hospital, maybe, but I'm really not sure. Anyway, I didn't get to meet him, but I did get to meet the other partners and their wives. And, well, I don't know. I think they all took one look at me and thought I was a little hick.
Oh, well, I can't believe that for a minute. But, darling, when will you know? You are planning on coming home tomorrow, aren't you?
I'll be at work by around 12, okay?
Yeah. I guess it will be a while before Draper knows about the job. Did he say anything about how he felt the day went?
Well, I think he's feeling rather optimistic.
To be honest with you, Margot, I think it went really well. And I think my worst fears might come true at this point. All I can do right now is hope for a miracle.
Oh, the message light is flashing on the phone. Cut that short. Someone's trying to get through.
Okay. Margot, I'm afraid I have to go. There's a... bye-bye. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
For Pete's sake.
Sorry.
Did you see it?
I didn't see.
Hey, operator, this is 1603. My message light was on. Is someone trying to get through to me? Yeah, of course. Put him right through. Mr. Seward. Yes, Mr. Seward. No, we're not in bed yet. Sure, that would be fine. Come on right up. All right, see you then. Mr. Seward wants to come up.
Why?
I don't know, but I've got to get dressed again.
I'm sorry to barge in on you both like this. You must both be very tired.
No, it's no problem at all, Mr. Seward. April and I were just talking about the evening, and she was on the phone with her mother.
I'm sorry. I interrupted that, too.
Oh, no, that's quite all right. I was just telling my mother what a lovely evening we had and how I enjoyed meeting your wife. Why didn't you bring her up with you?
Oh, well, she preferred to wait for me downstairs. Besides, what I have to say won't take long.
Well, may I get you something?
No,
a drink
please
or anything?
don't fuss. I mean, the only reason I'm doing this now is I thought you two might have plans for tomorrow. Perhaps see some of the city, do some shopping.
No, unfortunately, we both have to go back right away.
Yeah, you see, I have a job, too. I work in a television station.
Really? Well, how interesting, Mrs. Scott. It's a shame you didn't get an opportunity to see some more of the TV operations here in New York.
Well, there just wasn't enough time to do something like that.
Well, perhaps you'll have plenty of time in a little while. If you decide to move to our town permanently. That's what I want to talk to you about, Draper. After supper tonight, the other partners and myself had a little informal meeting, just to exchange impressions of the day that we all spent together.
Well, I can tell you that I certainly enjoyed it, meeting your associates and seeing your offices.
Well, good. Then I'll come right to the point, Draper. You made a very fine impression on everyone, despite the brevity of your visit.
Well, does that mean
And that, along with your credentials and your background, well, it makes it clear that the idea I had back in Monticello was a very good one.
Well, I really appreciate that, Mr. Seward.
Are you saying that Draper has the job?
Well, unfortunately, I can't make it official since Mr. Henson couldn't be at our meeting.
Mr. Henson is the partner who's in the hospital.
Yes. Dave Henson is the oldest member of Seward, Paxton and Whiteside. He's a crusty old devil, but you'll get used to him. I plan to see him in the hospital tomorrow. I'll tell him about you and what we partners have decided. Oh, I'm sure there'll be no disagreement.
Well, then it's practically final, is that it?
Well, final enough that I wanted to see Draper so that you two could have an opportunity to discuss this thoroughly. I mean, I know it is a big thing, leaving one town, moving to another. We want you two to talk it over between you. You make sure you want us as much as we want you.